Pleased to be joined by head track and field coach Erik Vance, head cross country coach Frank Barker. Coach, we got the big one this week, something y'all been working for all year. Talk about where you're going and how you're feeling heading into this meet.
Well, we head up to the Great White North, Fort Dodge, Iowa, and get ready for some pretty frigid temperatures. Headed up there, definitely cross-country weather at this point. Go up to Iowa Central, their home course, and head up to the national meet and see what we can really do. I feel good about our team. They put the work in. They've done what they need to do over the course of the year, and we're just hoping that things fall right for us at the national meet and we can really do something.
Yeah. What's preparation in these final couple of weeks to get ready for this thing?
Well, I mean, Coach Barker's got them rolling, and they've definitely ramped up their workouts, going back to a couple weeks ago, and then kind of started to taper and try to feel fresh and feel like they are, fast, and the legs are feeling light and ready to go. For mentally and for me, trying to work with those kids, just instilling confidence in them that they can go up there and be successful, that they can go be in the top 10, individually, that they can go run with anybody that's in the meet. So they're not running with any fear. They're running completely confident that it doesn't matter who they're running around, who it is, that, on any given day they can beat anybody that's at that meet.
Yeah. Coach Barker, you're on the front line with these men and women every day. You've been doing this a while. How do you think they're getting mentally, physically ready for this?
Yeah, I think physically we're about exactly where we need to be. Like Coach said, we've been tapering off, trying to get their legs fresh so they can go up there and run really well. I've been hearing some things, in the past it was, well, we need to beat Iowa Central. We need to beat, and I'm hearing these guys and they're talking and their attitude is they need to beat us. We're the team that needs to be beat. Well, if you go up there with that kind of confidence, that helps you an awful lot in mental preparation. The rest of it is just trying to make sure they stay focused. If they stay focused throughout the race, know where they are, have awareness, we're going to be in pretty good shape. I'd like about a minute separating number 1 and number 5, and right now we're at a minute 39. Can we close that gap down? I think so. Yeah.
You know anything about the course you'll be running on Saturday?
Yeah, we've been up there before. The starts really, last time we were up there, they shot a 50 caliber howitzer off for the starting thing, and my kids hit the ground. They thought they were under attack, But anyway, the start's real wide, Of course, they got a lot of teams there, but as it funnels down and it gets to the end of that start, it makes a right-hand turn. It's just nearly 90 degrees, so it's real important to be in good position there. It doesn't mean you have to sprint out and try to take it to them in that because you want to race smart, but you also have to be up toward the front because when they make that turn there, you're trapping yourself and having to really slow down, and and then it's hard to start getting back in momentum. The backside of the course rolls quite a bit. There's nothing real steep, but it's all real steady. You have a lot of what I call glides, uphill glides, where you're just going uphill for a half mile, and then it kind of levels off, and then you go down through a little creek bed, but it's all grass because it's on a golf course. It has some challenges to it, but I think our guys, we've been doing a lot of work, and especially out here south of the college and then over at Southland, and we're trying to get prepared for the hills. I think we're going to be there.
Yeah. Coach Vance, you look at those rankings 1 through 5. How do you see the team stacking up on the men's side? Is that do you really look at those as who's who, or is that just kind of an opinion?
Well, it gives us an idea of who we need to kind of watch out for, who we need to be aware of. Cross-country rankings are notoriously difficult to compare one team to another because courses are different, weather is different. What one team has encountered in Arizona or Iowa versus what we encounter here, or somebody from the south or northeast finds are going to be different no matter what. There's no head-to-head comparison. That's a definite difference from track rankings. Track rankings is really simple. You know how fast they ran the 100. You know how far they long jumped. You know how much the wind was blowing. It's pretty cut and dry, black and white. Cross-country rankings are a lot more subjective. I think the folks that do the rankings do a really good job of, kind of getting a good idea of who's where. But I think, within a spot or two, everybody's pretty close. And if you look at the votes, first to third, fourth, it's pretty tight in there. I know a couple weeks ago there wasn't, but 15, 20 points between first and third.
Seven.
7 points between first and third. So, it gives us an idea. We know Iowa Central's a good team. We know Central Arizona's a good team. We saw El Paso a couple weeks ago. They're a good, solid team. So we know those teams are good. But as far as really basing our race strategy about it, I think we're really more focused internally on what we do about running our race that we want to run. And like Coach Barker talked about, getting that separation down and getting a little bit more of a team run done where everybody's kind of close to each other. I mean, a guy like Felix, we're going to try to get out front, and he's going to try to win it. And then everybody else is just be as close to him as you can, and that'll give us a good opportunity to win.
Yeah. With the success of the track and field and the cross-country programs, the half marathon that y'all have had, you look out, in the Dome, and the last numbers were there in 1997 for the men's side. Last time they won one. How special would it be to go up there and get one?
I don't know that we'd ever get Barker's head to deflate if we actually won a cross-country men's title. No, I mean, it'd be extremely special. Our guys on the distance side, they have a little tougher go of it than a lot of people places, just because we don't put necessarily as much resource into cross-country. I'll admit, as head track coach and knowing what we did prior to this, we are track first. Like, we are an outdoor track team first. And then we kind of build back to cross country and things like that, where there are some other schools that are a lot distance heavier. They'll have 10 to 12 to 15 guys on their cross country roster, or on their cross country roster on scholarship that, they are cross country guys. We are rarely going to have more than 7 to 8 on cross country scholarship, and usually most of those guys are on partials. So we're not putting the resources into that, and when your team roster is half the size of some of the teams you're competing with, it makes it tougher to win that championship. So it'd be special, because I know our guys have worked their tail off for it. I know it's one that we wanted to add. It's really kind of the one that's empty, that really hadn't been added to in the last long time, almost 20 years. So that's one we'd like to get, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Coach Barker, let's talk about the men's side. Last time out, you had 4 girls went out and set PRs. You didn't have a fifth because, injuries. You've been battling those all year. Talk about the women's side, what you expect of them, and will we get that fifth leg?
We'll know sometime this week whether we get the fifth leg or not. She's been battling a little illness, and I think that she'll probably be released. And if she does, then our girls go out there and try to be a big factor in it. Realistically, if we go up there and only compete 4, their goal is to go up there and to be seen by a lot of people and to do absolutely the best they can. They've talked about it. We'd like to get 3 of them in the top 10. Probably could make it to top 15, and then our 4th girl, we'd like to get her in the top 25, which is where we'd like to finish. Can we get there? I definitely think we can get 2 in the top 10 and at least go to the top 15, have 3, and that's what we're looking for. We want to go out there and run really well. Those girls being recruited really heavy, and a couple of them have committed themselves a little bit, but we want them to show the teams that are going after them that they're really worth the money, and they've been running that way. I mean, you go back to the region meeting, those girls ran this super well. I mean, if we'd had a full team there, we'd been playing a big factor in the outcome of it. Whether we won or not would be up for grabs, but we definitely would have determined who did win it.
Absolutely. Coaches, y'all got any final thoughts on this one?
No, we appreciate everybody kind of following us this fall. It's been a fun season, and we want to kind of, have a really strong finish these last 2. There's nothing that helps the track season better than finishing well in cross country and building that momentum as we go into January. It gets that excitement up, gets those kids ready to go. So we're excited about where we're at. I know you'll be doing a preview and everything of this meet, and we'll give you all the information as to how you can follow us running. And once again, we appreciate your support.
Absolutely. Coaches, good luck on Saturday, safe travels, and go get them.
Thank you.
Thank you.